Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this particular training we're going to continue talking about custom fields, and more specifically the custom fields that are created in FoamBurner after launching a dial session from Zoho. Now I say continue the training because I'm hoping you've watched the other trainings that are specific to our Zoho integration. So if you haven't done that, make sure you go back and watch those videos. Otherwise, some of the stuff that we talk about here may not make perfect sense. But when you start dialing from Zoho, you initiate a calling session from Zoho, the system, the FoamBurner system, is going to create custom fields based off of the data that is received from Zoho. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of custom fields. And what I want to talk to you about right now is I want to talk to you about these names. So every field that's created on the FoamBurner system has a name, right? That's the name of the custom field. And it's created, in this particular case, is created based off of what was sent to FoamBurner from Zoho. So you can see some of these names are really long and can be obnoxious, right? Look at that, all these underscores and everything, so it can be a little crazy. But no problem. Our FoamBurner integration allows you to clean this up. We've already talked about how to reorder the custom fields. Take the fields that you care about most and bring them to the top of the list, and the ones that you care about least and send them to the bottom of the list. And that way you can focus on what you care about. But what if you want to rename these custom fields? That's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. So we're going to jump back over to FoamBurner. Within our FoamBurner account, here I'm on the custom field settings. I'm going to jump over to integration settings. Now, of course, if you're not already in the settings menu in FoamBurner, you can get there by going to this menu in the upper right-hand corner and going to integration settings. Either way, you're going to end up here, and you're going to go down to the Zoho CRM settings, this option, and you're going to click on details. From this page, you're going to see a bunch of options, and a lot of this stuff may not make sense to you. We're going to cover this page in detail on this training and some other trainings. I'm not going to try to cover it all in one training. So we're just going to scroll down to the bottom here, and you're going to see a bunch of fields. So these are all of the fields that are coming from Zoho and all of the fields that you could potentially map them to in FoamBurner. So let's say, for example, we've got this custom checkbox on contact. That's a custom field or a field that's coming from Zoho to FoamBurner, and it is automatically or default mapped to a field that's created on FoamBurner called custom underscore check underscore box underscore on underscore contact in FoamBurner. Ooh, that is a mouthful, right? But if we go into Zoho and we look at that record, or we look at a contact record, we'll see custom checkbox on contact. Doesn't have any underscores. That's because Zoho's controlling what you actually see versus what they're sending to FoamBurner. And so we're going to talk about how to clean this up. Obviously, when you make a change in FoamBurner and you want to update that field back in Zoho, it has to look like this. So we can't just go change the field name in FoamBurner and be done with it, because then FoamBurner would send the wrong thing back to Zoho and it's not going to update it. So the first thing we have to do is we have to create what is called a mapping. We have to essentially tell FoamBurner, this field that has been created on the FoamBurner side, I want to tie it to this field on the HubSpot side. I want to create I want to lock in a specific link. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is we're going to click on map. Once I do that, it's going to save a mapping of that field, the FoamBurner field. And if we jump over to, in fact, I should open up a new tab here. I'm going to open up another tab, go to custom fields, custom checkbox on contact. So this specific field is now locked in. Now that it's locked, I can go over here to the custom fields, and now I can edit this field. I can change this to, let's just call it custom check contact, just to make it a little bit smaller. Obviously, I can't change the field type, and I'm going to go ahead and save it. So you can see I have now changed that custom field. I've changed the label of that custom field. If I go back here to the Zoho integrations and I refresh this page, you'll see that it's locked. It's now mapped and locked to that custom check contact field in PhoneBurner. Now let's go ahead and end this dial session. And let's call this contact again. And you'll see custom check on contact. Now if I uncheck that during this dial session and I disposition this call, obviously the call outcome is going to be sent back to Zoho. Any updates to the contact record should also be sent back to Zoho. But with this name change, now that this name of this field has been changed, and we've got it mapped, this field once it refreshes should become unchecked. So if you want to rename your custom fields, you want to clean up the custom fields in your view as you're making calls with PhoneBurner, it is as simple as locking in the mapping. Just clicking on the map button, that's going to lock it in. Once it's locked in, you can then go to the custom fields and you can change the name of that custom field in PhoneBurner. So anyway, that's it for this training on how you can rename the custom fields or fields that are coming over from Zoho in PhoneBurner. Thanks again for taking a moment to watch this video, and happy dialing.